There is a very important deadline coming up, Ambassador, when it comes to Iran and recertifying this deal. What is the president's next move?
Well, we can only know from press speculation at this point, but I think the anniversary will turn out to be a nothing burger. If the president follows the advice of his senior advisors, as the press reports, Senator Corker, perhaps this Thursday in a speech he's scheduled to give where he will decertify under Corker-Cardin. He'll say the deal is not in America's national interest, but he will stay in it. I find this utterly illogical because I think the day after that speech will be essentially where we are now. The Obama deal will continue in force, although now it will be the Trump-Obama deal.
So you're suggesting that the president is going to stay in the deal. He doesn't like it. He says it's the worst deal he's ever seen. He wants to tear it up. But you're saying that he's going to go off the recommendation of those around him. Mattis has said, stay in it. This is the best for our national security. General Dunford has suggested staying in it. So is he just listening to those he has put around him?
Well, apparently that's what all of his senior advisors are telling him. I think if you come to the conclusion this deal is not in America's national interest, just as George W. Bush did in 2001 when he concluded that the anti-ballistic missile treaty harmed the United States by not being able to create national missile defense. If you think a treaty is contrary to American national interest, there's only one logical thing to do, and that's flatly withdraw. And that's what I hope President Trump does.
In this same moment where he has to make this big decision, Ambassador, President Trump will also, it is expected, to designate its elite Revolutionary Guards, the IRGC, as a terrorist organization. Iran has responded to this, saying that it will keep all options on the table if the president does that. That is news breaking this morning as well.
Right. Well, we should have designated the IRGC as a terrorist organization about 20 years ago or more. It clearly is. It's responsible for the deaths of literally hundreds of Americans, basically starting back with the bombing of the Marine barracks in Beirut in 1983 and continuing in many ways since then. Look, Iran will huff and puff if we designate the Revolutionary Guards as a terrorist group. They'll complain to the Europeans. The Europeans will wring their hands. They'll complain to the State Department. The State Department will wring its hands. But Iran will not withdraw from the nuclear deal if we do it, because this deal is so overwhelmingly advantageous to Iran. They're never going to withdraw from it, and I don't think they're going to consent to any changes in it in any material sense as well.